Welcome to a video of Hamex Group showing you 4 broiler houses with a total capacity of 90,000 birds, each house with 22,500 birds. Here you see the total complex with the service room in the center, high capacity cone fans at the one end with a wall according to regulations. Here we see a little closer up, we have on the one side a water filtration system and the generator room. The water filtration system, as you can see, is a reverse osmosis system due to lower water quality in specific areas of the Middle East. This is for the total capacity of the farm to make sure that the birds' drinking lines, as well as the pad cooling or spray coolers, have good water quality. Here we see the silos going from behind the walls to make sure biosecurity is upheld. Here we see inlets on the top and insulated inlets further down for the summer, but due to colder winters, this is closed here. You can see now this is the winter, it's colder, and the inlets are not open very much. Every third inlet is open a little bit more. This is a patented system. Here we see, due to biosecurity reasons, in every position on the farm we need to switch shoes. Once you enter a building, you need to put on boots because you will be walking in the litter, likely. Once we get inside, we'll see the water connection unit and the spray cooler pump there. That's the big blue part. And then again, the water. We have a medicator, a mixing tank below. The blue part is a medicator. 2 water filters, one before and after the medicator. And there's an elevator in the center. This is the alarm panel with a fingerprint system. Here you can already see inside the house. And the control panel, which controls everything. There's a bird weigher, the lighting, including sunrise, sunset, the heaters, the feeding, the drinking, including a water meter. There's a CO2 sensor, an ammonia sensor. And as you can see in this house, with the dimensions of 70 by 20 meters width, the birds are very calm and very evenly distributed, which is probably the most important thing of a working broiler farm. Even distribution of the birds. This way we are able to make sure that we have a high uniformity, and high uniformity means that the birds have a better feed conversion ratio, and birds going to the slaughterhouse have an equal weight, meaning the farmer gets more money because there's less birds with over or underweight. Now we're going into a longer term section of the video showing you how calm and evenly distributed the birds are. You can see them near the feeding lines, near the drinking lines, and towards the walls as well on either side, from the back here by the window, from the service room, and all the way back you can tell to the fans. The birds are evenly distributed in all of this house. And please don't forget, this building has dimensions of 70 by 20 meters width. A 20 meter wide house is very difficult to ventilate, and as such it is very important that when the houses are commissioned, which is only really possible with an electronic system, with an electronic computer control, that the air gets to the center of the house. Further, we see the lights. These are 2-color LED lights. In this case, they are white and yellow. Why we use this is depending on the sunrise, which will be a colder color, so more white, and towards during the day we'll have more yellow or warmer color, and sunset, which is, as you know, a warm going towards an orange color. Why we do this has several reasons. The birds themselves see light's a little bit different. They see more ultra red and ultraviolet than the human eye does. So these special LED lights have a special lens cover which allows for more of the ultraviolet especially to go down. Ultra red is obviously just warmer color, and the LEDs don't have that so much anymore, hence we use the warmer color light in this 2-channel. On this broiler farm we see 4 houses as said. It is not necessary that you have a service room in the center. This was a customer request. We would usually say that we want to have a long house and narrow, so 70 by 20. It would be preferred if we use, for example, 100 by 14, which is the same square meterage. And the investment of the total house would be lower. We would need less fans and less feeding and drinking lines, as well as lighting. We could cut down the investment cost quite a bit. We've already moved to another house just to show the differences inside the houses. There are none. And here on the right side you can see one of the heaters. A little bit towards the top right, you can see it, and you can also see more or less a little bit of the inlets and the amount they are open. They're not open very much, and also as you can see further, you can see the back wall. Even though it is cold, it is winter, it is at this time it was centigrades roughly 3 to 4, which is in Fahrenheit probably around 35 to 37, somewhere around that region. So it's quite cold at the time of taking this video, and often we have wet litter that we see in cold winters because we don't have good air circulation. But you can already tell here the air quality is very high, partially also due to using our CO2 and ammonia sensors, which enable the computer control to make adjustments to the ventilation as needed to make sure that the litter quality, which can be checked by the ammonia sensor, is good for the birds. You can also tell, the first part of this video, that the birds are, from what you can tell, even in their weight. So this broiler farm, this was a very important factor because of the house sizes. How to make sure that birds here still have uniform quality and we have high capacity on this broiler farm. So the chickens here are placed in 45 kilos per square meter, and with a total weight of 2.5 to 2.6 kilo, that is roughly 18 to 18.5 birds per meter. So that is a very high capacity house, producing a lot of litter, producing a lot of heat. Hence we are using very high capacity cone fans for the system. This is the last part of the video. We see the insulated inlets here now. These insulated inlets are used only during the summer. This area has very high humidity. Hence we are not using pad cooling. Very high humidity in the summer should be added, but we do have a spray cooler, so these nozzles spray water into the house, especially now in the winter or in the first days, to increase humidity inside the house to have better air quality for the smaller chickens in particular, and as such decrease chances of disease and make sure the birds are very healthy, especially during the first 14 days of their life, which are the most important for them. This concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed it very much. You can send me an email or contact me on our YouTube channel. We would very much appreciate hearing from you and look forward to sharing some future videos with you. Thank you very much.